Okay, let me start. Okay, what is projections? So when engineering practice, we are using the term projections. We'll repeatedly we are using the all diagrams in engineering practice projection. So projection is nothing but projecting the object or projecting the image of an object to the reference plane is known as projections. For example, uh, so we are making the drawing. We are taking the trace of the object. So like we are taking the image of the object with the reference plane, with the reference sheet. Okay, that is known as projection. So here the reference plane is a imaginary plane. Is a imaginary to project the object. It's an imaginary plane. It's a dimensionless. It don't have any thickness. Okay. So the object, it may be a point or line or maybe a plane or it may be any solid or it may be any machine components or a building. Okay. The object may be anything, any product, any objects, any machine components. So here to project the image of the object, as already told, we are considering the imaginary planes. So we are using two reference planes. Okay, one is a vertical plane as known as a wall. Okay, you can assume as a wall always a vertical. Okay. And another one is a horizontal plane, which is known as a ground. Okay, which is known as ground. So we are using as a horizontal plane. These two planes normally reference planes, or we can say is a imaginary plane. Okay, remember that the planes which we are considering to project our image, okay, imaginary, but we need to draw the drawing in either in 2D or in maybe 3D. Okay, these planes are imaginary. Okay. So here the intersect of these planes making the line. So the intersect of the horizontal plane and vertical plane. So it's a right angle. Okay, right angle making the angle 90 degree. So the intersection line normally can say is a reference line or XY line. Reference line or XY line. So based on the vertical plane and the horizontal plane, so we are it will gives the four quadrant, namely is the first quadrant, so which is over here. Okay, and anti-clockwise second quadrant over here, then third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So by using the XY line with the reference of vertical plane and horizontal plane, we will get the four quadrants. Okay, four spaces. In anti-clockwise, namely we can say is a first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Remember that. Okay, observer location always to be assumed right hand side of the reference plane. Here, remember that observer location always is a fixed position, stands assumed to be right hand side of the reference planes. Okay, right hand side of the reference planes. Observer position is a fixed position. Observer, you are rotating this here and there, so we can't go to the standard diagram. So observer position to be fixed or assumed to be right hand side of the reference planes. Then based on the observer view, so based on the observer view, when we look at the front, okay, in front of the any object, it may be a one dimensional or two dimensional, any object, when you look at, so we are obtaining, we are getting the view as a front view. So we are getting as a front view in vertical plane. We are obtain the front view either in top side or in maybe a bottom side. Okay, top side or maybe a bottom side when we are looking the, when the observer always standing in front of side. So front view always looking the vertical plane. Suppose observer look at from the top. Okay, observer, you can assume right hand side only. When you look at the top, we are getting the top view on the ground or on the horizontal plane. Okay, so remember once again I repeat, when observer looking in front, okay, in front of the vertical plane or in front of the wall, we are getting the view on the same vertical plane or a reference plane, front view. Okay, suppose observer looking top. Okay, this two quadrant, first quadrant and second quadrant, you can assume always observer looking top to get a top view. Okay, observer looking through top to get the top view. So both in first quadrant and second quadrant. In third quadrant and fourth quadrant, you can assume observer always looking top view through bottom. So through bottom. Okay. So the first two quadrant observers always looking through top. Okay. The third quadrant and fourth quadrant, always observer looking through bottom. Okay, then only we are obtaining the top view on the horizontal plane, either the top or on below the bottom of the ground. So here, based on this, so here always in engineering practice we are using the standard, okay, conveniently. So mostly we are following the three method of projection, a three method of projection, which means when the object is to be assumed, okay, in first quadrant, object is assumed to be placed in first quadrant, the projection method is called first angle projection. Okay. So that is nothing but is a first angle projection. When the object is assumed to be placed in third quadrant, the projection method is called third angle projection. So generally, commonly in engineering practice, around the world in engineering practice, two method of projection. One is a first angle projection, another is a third angle projection. So first angle projection is nothing but the object to be assumed on the first quadrant. Okay. Third angle projection is nothing but object assumed to be third quadrant. So here we will ask the question, why we are not using the second quadrant, fourth quadrant? So second quadrant, fourth quadrant, so it's a very complicated to understand because they both the front view and top view coming on the same reference plane. So it's very complicated to understand. So we'll see one by one what is the okay, limitation in the second quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay, here based on the XY line, here we can already told we can divide four quadrant. So based on the XY line, so now we can assume when we are looking at the front like this, this is a arrowhead, this is a red color arrowhead shows this is a now ours view. Okay, ours view. So the XY line we can divide the four quadrant in anti-clockwise. Okay, XY line. So assume as a horizontal line XY, vertical line x dash y dash, as you are all drawn the graph, okay, in space coordinates, in two space coordinates to draw the to make the graphical representation. So assume as a horizontal line as a wall or horizontal plane, vertical line as a vertical plane or wall. Remember that. So observer always stand right hand side of the all reference planes. Okay. So this is the observer location. So when the object we are assumed in the first quadrant, so we can describe the position of the object. So object in front of vertical plane and above horizontal plane. Is it? So we can say, so when object to be placed on the first quadrant, we can say the object above HP. Object either may be a point or line or it may be a 3D solids, whatever it may be. The object above HP and in front of the vertical plane. Suppose when we placed object in the second quadrant, we can say observer position here. We can say object above horizontal plane and behind vertical plane. So behind vertical plane, here we can say in front of the vertical plane. Now the object we are locating here. So when observer position always stand to be assumed in the right hand side of the planes, reference planes. So we can say above HP, above horizontal plane, or we can say above ground or behind vertical plane. Okay. Suppose in case object we are assumed in the third quadrant, object to be assumed in the third quadrant. So we can say object below horizontal plane, below ground, we can say below horizontal plane or below ground, and behind vertical plane, behind vertical plane. In case we are assuming the object on the fourth quadrant, we can say the description of the location of object or the orientation of the object, we can say below horizontal plane, in front of vertical plane. To understand the four quadrant, how we are explaining the location or orientation of the object. Okay. Once again I repeat, first quadrant we can say above horizontal plane, or the horizontal plane we can refer as a ground. So we can assume as a ground, this vertical plane assume as a wall. So above wall, in front of, above ground, in front of wall. Second quadrant, above ground and behind wall, okay, or vertical plane. In third quadrant, once again I repeat, below ground or behind wall. Fourth quadrant, below ground and in front of wall. Okay. I hope you are understand the fourth quadrant. So without understanding this, you can't understand the problem. Okay. Without understanding the problem, you can't able to draw the diagram. Okay. Mostly the problem description, your vendor or any other technician, they can, or your ideas you can tell orally or imaginary, that your innovative idea in your mind. How can we can make it in your diagram? So that is with imaginary planes. That's what we are discussed. So here always we are using some standards, which is nothing but we are using the notations to locate the point or any object. Here locate the point or locate the line. So here always we are following the notations. So it should be while naming the different views in your projections, because how can we understand this is a front view, this is a top view? We are naming either letters or numbers. That is not a matter. Suppose one engineer they are using number, another engineer they are using number, but how can we differentiate which view? So to vary for that variation, so it's the top view of the object. So always we can indicate with letters or numbers, with smaller letters, with the smaller case letters and numbers, okay, as known in decimal, either. So compulsory without dash, without dash in point means, okay, the location without dash in smaller letters, that is the top view. Okay, similarly, line A, B or A, B, C, D, whatever it is, we are using the numbers or letters without dash. In front view of the object, we are always using the smaller letters or numbers with dash. Okay, remember that, with dash. Without dash, so we are using the top view. Okay, with dash, we are representing the as a front view. Okay, and also suppose an hidden side, okay, invisible side or hidden side, we are using with bracket. Let either letters or numbers with bracket. Okay. So as already said, so here we are going to discuss about the projection of point. Okay, projection of point in all three quadrants to understand the all projection method as well as the all quadrants. Okay, projection quadrant. So we are using the points and the projection of line. Only we are going to discuss the first angle projection method and projection of plane as well as first angle projection method. Other three projection of line and plane and solids, we are going to discuss first angle projection method. So in as per Indian standard and UK in India based Gulf countries, other UK based countries, especially we are following first angle projection method in all engineering drawing. Okay. So here we are going to discuss other all projections, we are going to discuss in first angle projection method, except the projection of point. So here point is nothing but which is consist of the position of the object or location of the object, which don't have any magnitude. Okay. So line is nothing but by considering the 2 point. By considering the 2 point, we are making straight line. Okay. So which having the magnitude. Similarly, plane. So plane is nothing but which is having the three coordinates, three different parameters: length, height, and breadth. See a diamonds. Sorry, it's a very less thickness, negligible thickness. Okay, it's a very small thickness. Solid is nothing but the three space coordinates. Okay, three space coordinates nothing but x, y, and z. Okay, so let me see one by one. So in the beginning, so this class, this week, we are going to practice only the projection of point, projection of line, and projection of plane. So projection of solid, so is a 3D. So later we will discuss. So here, let me see how can we draw the projections. Okay, in sheet or in drawing. Normally we can always in manually we can make always in the 2D drawing. So all 3D drawing, to make the 3D drawing only we are using the isometric projection. 3D is nothing but isometric projection. The 2D drawing we can say is the orthometric projection. So orthographic projection. Okay. So here, as already told, we are assume is a 4 quadrant. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that here I divided the 3 space. So in first quadrant, here we can assume as the object as a point. Okay, here you can assume as the object point as a point. So a point, so which is placed on the first quadrant. So we can describe, okay, with the vertical plane with the reference plane. So we can describe the point location. So above HP, above horizontal plane, in front of vertical plane. Okay, it's nothing but the object we are located in the first quadrant. So how can we obtain the front view on top view? So when we make the drawing, so when you look at the observer always standing right hand side, look at the points, we are getting the front view. So, so we are look at the front view. So the same vertical plane. So we are getting the vertical plane. So above some distance. So once again I repeat, the point above horizontal plane. Suppose you can consider the x distance above horizontal plane, y distance in front of vertical plane. When you look at the front view, so we are getting the object, the image of the object, we are projecting the vertical plane or we are projecting on the wall. So above, so x distance, above x distance from the horizontal plane. Okay. So that we represent, so that is a front view. As already told, we are representing with the a dash. A is nothing but when we are using a, so which is indicating the point as a top view. When we are using the notation as a dash, so which is represented as a okay, front view. Got it? So now the observer looking through top. Now we are getting the point A. Okay. Well, now we are getting as a point A in a top view on ground on horizontal plane. So some in front of distance, some in front of distance. But we need to make with the XY line. Actually, we are making 2D. So what we are doing, we are rotating horizontal plane 90 degree. We are obtaining on the same vertical plane. Okay, because with the XY reference plane. So remember here, always your vertical plane as a fixed plane. Your horizontal plane always is a rotating plane. Once again, I repeat. So to project the object, okay, with the XY line, so always we are assumed, we are considered vertical plane as a fixed plane, okay, in vertically. Horizontal plane always is a rotating plane in 90 degree. When you are rotating this 90 degree, the same in front of distance will come below. Okay, the same y, okay, in front of distance will come below. So it is nothing but is a looking top. Okay, this is a top view. So this is a front view, this is a top view. So here we are understand that, so when any object to be assumed to be placed on the first quadrant, we are getting the front view above XY line, we are getting the top view below XY line. Remember that always. It may be a line or it may be any solid. In first quadrant, we are following first angle projection method. Our drawing hereafter, so front view always will come, front view always will come above XY line. Okay, top view always come below XY line. Okay, let me see in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, so we are assumed here same as the object, okay, as a point. So with the reference of horizontal plane and vertical plane. So here we can say the orientation of the point. Observer always standing the right hand side of the reference planes. So here we can say based on the observer position, we can say the location of the object. So above vertical plane, the object above vertical plane and behind, sorry, above horizontal plane, behind vertical plane, behind vertical plane. So which is mean that the object located in the second quadrant. So here, how can we draw the front view and top view? Okay, when observer look at the here, so front view we are obtaining. Now you can assume, so the front view we are obtaining the same vertical plane, the same vertical plane. And top view we are looking through top, so we are getting the top view. Okay, the same we are getting top view on ground on horizontal plane. But always we are rotating clockwise 90 degree. So always we are rotating horizontal plane clockwise 90 degree. When you are rotating clockwise 90 degree, both front view and top view, we are getting the above XY line or above the ground. Okay, we are getting both front view and top view above XY line. So how we are define the length? So a dash some distance and a with the distance from the ground. how can we define that? So here we can see once again, here I can tell you once again. So we are getting as a front view. So now the observer standing here, the orientation, the location to find, to assume the location, observer standing here, but you are getting the view. So now observer looking over here. When you're looking at the front view, so we are getting the object on the vertical plane. Okay, we are getting the object on vertical plane. So that is distance is nothing but that behind distance. Okay, so behind how much distance? So behind vertical plane, how much distance? Okay, uh, and above horizontal plane distance. Suppose above horizontal plane I consider as a x, and behind some distance I consider as a y. So there's a point. So we are getting the point above some distance. Okay, front view. So that is nothing but x distance. We are getting a dash. So y distance is nothing but, so this is a in front of distance. The in front of distance, that is a y distance. When we are looking the top view, we are getting on the horizontal plane. When we are rotating 90 degrees, the same in front of, sorry, behind distance we are getting. That is y distance we are getting as a top view. Okay. Remember here. So always we are considered as a above distance as a front view. Behind or in front of distance we are considered as a top view. Okay, then we go to the third quadrant. Third quadrant, we are based on the observer position, we can say the location of the point. Okay. Below horizontal plane or below ground, so behind vertical plane. So as already told, when your object we are assumed in third quadrant, so the method of projection we are called third angle projection method. So when object we are assumed as a first quadrant, so the drawing method, the projection method we can refer as a first angle projection method. Only two different method of projection: first angle projection, third angle projection. You can see the third angle projection. So third angle projection below horizontal plane, behind vertical plane. So now you can see when observer looking front view, so we are getting below distance in the vertical plane as a front view. Okay. So see here, we are getting front view in the first quadrant above xy, above ground or above xy line. So here we are getting the front view, so below xy line or below ground. Okay. Similarly, here we are looking the top view through bottom. Through bottom, we are looking the top view. We are obtaining on the ground. So we are rotating 90 degree. So we are rotating 90 degree. We are getting, so behind some distance in above xy line, the same distance, the same radius we are making the arc. So this distance, the behind distance is equal to here, and also the same radius when we are rotating, the same distance will come here. Okay, in above xy line. So we are getting A. So I hope you are understand. So see here we are getting the top view below, but here in third quadrant we are getting the top view above. That is the difference of front view, sorry, first angle projection method and third angle projection method. Suppose in fourth quadrant, the orientation of the object in front of the vertical plane and below horizontal plane, in front of the vertical plane or below horizontal plane. So we can say below wall, sorry, below ground, in front of the wall. Okay. Maybe the, because when you are in for as a beginner, when you are referring the textbook, they are using different technical terms. The reference planes they can also called as a horizontal plane as a ground, vertical plane as a wall. Okay. Don't get confused. So here front view and top view we are getting the same vertical plane. Got it? So because this vertical horizontal plane, we are always rotating 90 degree in clockwise. Remember, in clockwise only we are rotating. So this one we are rotating in clockwise, and here also we are rotating in clockwise. Here also we are rotating in clockwise 90 degree. Okay. And here too in fourth quadrant when we are rotating 90 degree, because when we look at the top view, we are obtaining the top view on horizontal plane, but when making the drawing in 2D, orthographic projection, when we are rotating 90 degree in clockwise, we are obtaining both front view and top view, the same vertical plane, or we can say below xy line. Okay. But here you can see in second quadrant, we are getting both of you above xy line, here we are getting below xy line. Okay. So here, how can we draw in drawing sheet? Okay, in 2D, how can we represent with the XY coordinates? Okay, or XY line or XY coordinates that we can say in 2D, is it? So in point in second quadrant means both the point, both the front view and top view. This F indicates as a front view, point as a object. So front view of point, top view of the point, we are getting okay, above XY line, and here we are getting below XY. Here we are getting below XY line in fourth quarter. First quadrant, we are getting front view as a above XY line, top view we are getting below XY line. Similarly, in third quadrant, reverse. Top view you are getting above XY line, front view you are getting below XY line. Okay, projection of point in first quadrant. Projection of point in first quadrant. So we can say different ways. For example, the problem described maybe they can give point A above horizontal plane in front of vertical plane. Point A above horizontal plane. So how can we imagine with our reference plane? You can imagine. So we can't draw the no need to draw the imaginary place that is in our mind. Okay. So before you are drawing, you need to imagine with the reference planes. So that's why I told as a reference plane, as a horizontal plane, vertical plane is imaginary, say a dimensionless, so don't have any thickness like like our mirror. So we are assuming the first quadrant above as in the first quadrant. Okay. So above horizontal plane in front of vertical plane. So when we are looking the front view, we are getting on wall on vertical plane. When we are looking to the top, we are getting the horizontal plane. But when we are rotating 90 degree, we are getting below. Okay, when we are rotating 90 degree below. Similarly, suppose in some case the same first quadrant, a point A, they may describe like this: the point A above horizontal plane in vertical plane. See here, a point A above horizontal plane and in front of vertical plane. Here you can see a point A above horizontal plane. Okay, above ground, above horizontal plane in vertical plane. In vertical plane means so the same on horizontal plane. You can remember on XY line. Remember that. Okay. So the same XY line it will. So here it will come below, but here won't. When we are rotating 90 degree, it will come the same XY line. In case sometimes it may be described a point A in HP or on HP. Don't get confused. A point A in HP or on HP in front of VP. So in that case, in front of VP. So the point here. So here on horizontal plane. On horizontal plane. Remember that. So at the time, so see here your top view on the XY line. Here your front view on the XY line. Okay. So in three cases, okay, suppose in first quadrant itself in three cases, similarly for all quadrant, similarly in all quadrant. In first quadrant, so we are assumed in front of some distance, above some distance. So we are getting like that. So we need to rotate 90 degree. So it will come with the X with the reference of XY line when we are making in sheet. You can see with the reference of XY line when we are making with the sheet, it will come top view above XY line, front view will come below XY line. Suppose in this case, we are getting so above some distance. So the top view will get, sorry, front view getting above some distance and the point in VP, vertical plane. So top view we are getting on same XY line. See the difference. The same first quadrant only, but you can based on the description of the or location of the object, will come our answer like that. This is our drawing. Okay, this is our imaginary. No need to draw in your AutoCAD or in your drawing. So the technical drawing we are representing with the XY line. We can say this one orthographic projections. Okay, in 2D diagram, this type of projection we can say orthographic projections. So here you can see a point on HP, on HP. So when we are looking at the front view, so when we are looking at the front view, we are getting the same XY line. That's why it's a A dash. When look at the top view, we are rotating 90 degree, that's horizontal plane. So we are, it will come below your XY line. So your top view will come below XY line. So I hope you understand. Similarly for all quadrant. Similarly for all quadrant, when we are using the in, on, HP, we consider any object, don't get confused. Okay. Like we can see next one, projection of length. Okay, projection of line. So in the projection of line, so line we are obtained, so line we are getting when we are joining the 2 point. Okay, so at any magnitude, suppose one end some distance, another end some distance, at magnitude length, that length of the line normally we can use it to say the true length. So the original length of the line we can say true length. Okay. So the line, it may be a horizontal or it may be a vertical, which means it may be a parallel to your vertical plane, or parallel to your horizontal plane, or inclined to your horizontal plane, or perpendicular to horizontal plane. Like that, we can assume n number of ways. Okay, like so here we can send this the projection of lines. So six conditions. So six conditions. Remember that. So in first quadrant, so we are following first angle projection method. We are following, once again I repeat, we are following first angle projection method. So hereafter, all the projection method we are referring, we are assuming the object in the first quadrant. Okay. To better understanding, we are using the point in all four quadrant, but we are following as per yes Indian standard. We are following first angle projection method. So we are only, you can assume here first angle first quadrant. Yeah, lion assumed to be placed in the first quarter. Okay. So based on the orientation of the line, based on the orientation of the line, we can may consider the six condition. Okay. The line vertical, or we can say the line perpendicular to the horizontal plane or vertical plane. The line perpendicular to horizontal plane or vertical plane, or we can say the line perpendicular to horizontal plane and parallel to horizontal plane, or we can say a line perpendicular to horizontal plane parallel to vertical plane. Okay, vice versa. So there are two conditions. Okay. Second condition, a line parallel to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. Previously, a line perpendicular to any one plane, okay, and parallel to other planes. Okay, next one. So suppose you can place any pen or pencil in front of your screen. Okay, you can below on, suppose you are sitting in front of your computer, you can assume your table as a wall, sorry, ground. Your projection screen, your window screen, you can assume as a wall, vertical plane. Suppose you are keeping in your uh, pen or pencil, okay, consider as a perpendicular to your ground. Perpendicular to your means we can assume here parallel to wall. Suppose you are assuming perpendicular to your screen or perpendicular to vertical plane. When you look at your pen, we are getting one end, we can see one end, another end we won't visible. Okay, so we are getting front view only one end. So top view only we are getting the both end. Got it? So it's when you are keeping like this, so it's like a perpendicular to your wall and parallel to your ground. Okay. Second one, so when you are keeping the same XY line, when you are keeping horizontal to your XY line, so it's parallel to wall, parallel to ground, or parallel to horizontal plane, parallel to vertical plane. Suppose inclined to any one of the plane, inclined to horizontal plane or parallel to vertical plane, or inclined to vertical plane or parallel to horizontal plane. Some case, the last one, actually six condition. The first two condition I given in the first case. Okay. So fifth condition, or this one is a sixth condition. Line inclined to both the horizontal plane and vertical plane. Line inclined to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. So here in this class, we can see only the four conditions. Okay, first simple cases. These cases normally can refer as a, sorry, first two case. This first two case we are considered as a simple conditions, simple case. Okay, so let me assume the first condition, a line perpendicular to HP parallel to VP. So this line indicates a parallel, these two lines, parallel lines indicates parallel to VP. Okay. So parallel to VP means you can keep your object, pen or pencil, so like that. So I can show you in pictorial presentation in your imaginary. So you can So okay, you can assume this is your screen, this is your table, this is nothing but this is your ground, this is your wall. You can place your pen or pencil like that, perpendicular to the horizontal plane. So this is a parallel to your vertical plane. That's what here told. Perpendicular to horizontal plane, parallel to vertical plane. So based on the orientation, see in the first quadrant itself, the object orientation, we can say like that. Okay. So when we are looking the front view, so we are getting the true length, the same length of the object. We are getting the both end. So when you look at the front view, the end as a one end, one point A. By joining the 2 points as A and B, we are getting the straight line. So one end we can call as A, another end we can call as a B. So when you are looking at the front view, so we are getting the both end on the, okay, the front view will get the both end. So always I told the front view we are using with dash. Remember that smaller letters with dash. Original object edges or object visible edges or ends we are using the capital letters. But in the projections we are using the smaller letters with dash for front view. Okay. Suppose when we are looking through top, so when you're looking through top, we can see only A end. We can't see as a B end. We can see only A end. We can't see at a B end. So when you look at the top view, we are getting only 1 point. So we are looking only 1 point. We are not getting the true length. Remember here, we are not getting the length of the line. So we are rotating in 2D when you are making the 2D. So and also here we are using visible end without bracket, invisible. So we can say the B end is a invisible, hidden side. We can say the with bracket. You have to use with bracket. Here they are not used. You have to use here. I didn't mention, but here you need to use with bracket. Suppose in case we can assume a line parallel to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. So parallel to means you can see like a AB, on same XY orientation. Okay. Parallel to your, see here, when you look at in front view, we are getting the true length, as well as when you look in the top view, we are getting the true length. So a line both, okay, a line parallel to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. So when you look at the front view, so we are getting true length. Similarly, when you are getting the top, when you're looking at the top, we are getting the same true length. Okay. So with dash, without dash. So front view we are indicating without dash, top view indicating with dash. So front view and top view we are getting the true length. But here when suppose perpendicular to any one of the plane, we can see only one view we can get the true length. Another view we are getting only the visible edge. Only one edge only we can see. So in drawing, this is your assumption. This is your imaginary. But this is like a pictorial presentation. This is for your 3D imagination. I have shown like that. But in your, actually, what you have to do in your drawing, technical drawing, you need to draw with the XY line. Like we can say, is orthographic pattern with nothing but with XY line with the 2D axis. In 2D axis, we have to draw a line like this. So here, when we are looking the front view, we'll get the true length. When we are getting the top view, we are rotating 90-degree clockwise. We are rotating always vertical plane is a fixed plane, horizontal plane is a rotating plane. Okay, we are rotating 90-degree, we're getting below XY line. The same y distance, the same in front of distance will come below XY. Okay. So here visible edges without bracket, invisible edges with bracket. So B A end is visible, B end is not visible. Okay. Similarly, here you can see in XY line, when you look at the front view, we are getting A dash true length. The true length, we are getting the same true length. When you look at the top view, we are getting the same true length. So here also we are rotating 90-degree. Okay, we are obtaining our top view below XY line. So this is your technical drawing. I repeatedly told you, we need to project in orthographic projection. These are our imaginary. So here I'm explaining, I'm using this pictorial view or 3D view. Okay. So in third case, a line inclined to horizontal plane and parallel to vertical plane. Okay, inclined to vertical plane and parallel to horizontal plane. Remember, inclined to any one of the plane. Okay, see here, inclined means like this. So a line inclined to your horizontal, and you can assumed, okay, and assumed, okay, closer to assume parallel to your vertical plane, but somewhat inclined, don't bother about it, parallel to your horizontal plane. Okay, it's inclined to your horizontal plane, but equal to parallel to your vertical plane. So when you are looking the front view, we'll getting the same true length. When you are looking, we are getting the true length of the front view. But when you are looking the top view, we'll get the shortest length. The AB length we are getting very short. Suppose you can stand in outside in sunshine hours. So you can say your trace. Okay, you can see your shade. Okay, on the ground. So suppose at noon you will get you won't get the shade on your the same body. Suppose in morning or forenoon or afternoon you can see the same length of the height of your body won't get the shade. Okay, you will get the shortest distance. Similarly here. Okay. When you look at in the front, you will getting the same true length, but when you look at the top, you will getting the shortest distance. The image of the trace of the object in the on the horizontal plane. When you look through top, we are getting the smaller length. See here, we are getting the smaller length. So see here. So the line A dash and B dash is not equal to AB. So I hope you understand. So you not so this here we are using n number of reference. This XY line is nothing but is a reference line. XY line or reference line. So and these lines, so we are projecting on the same vertical line. So see, it should be a perpendicular, the same vertical line. Suppose you are locating A dash here, A should be below the same uh, trace path of your vertical line you should draw. So don't draw somewhere. Okay, suppose you are making here or here, that is wrong. The same orientation, the same reference line, you have to project it. The same reference line, you have to same vertical line, you have to project it. Okay. So this reference line you can see is very thin. You need to differentiate. So our object is a line. So that's why you need to show with color. In AutoCAD, you need to show with a different color, or you have to increase with the line width. You need to show the difference. Here we are using construction line. So this horizontal line and vertical line and the XY line, all the lines for construction to project our object. Okay. So in beginner, we are using all construction lines. This construction line should be a reference line. We are called as a reference line. You need to show the difference of object line and the reference construction lines. So that you need to increase use a different color or increase the line width. Okay. Actually, what we are doing manually, okay, it is a conventional method, manual method or conventional method. In drawing, in paper, we are using different pencil. HP pencil. HP pencil, we can make the dark line. H pencil, 2H pencil, we can make the thin line. So the all reference line, we are making the H pencil. That dark line, we are making the HP pencil. So, but you are, as a software engineer, you are doing AutoCAD tool. Okay. Computer aided drafting tool. So CAD is nothing but computer aided drafting. Computer aided drafting tool. So that is nothing but is a software tool. So that tool you are using with a different color or increase the thickness, increase the width, increase the width. Okay. So in case, in fourth case, a line inclined to vertical plane and parallel to your horizontal plane. In pictorial view, we can assume, okay, see here is a parallel to your horizontal plane and inclined to your vertical plane, inclined some angle. Okay, theta angle here. So here I can say by say angle, inclination of angle with vertical plane. So here when you're looking the top, you will get the original length. When you look at the front view, you won't get the original length. You see here. So I can see here when you look at the front view, you won't get the true length. You will get the shortest length of AB. But when you look at the top view, this arrow shows that this is a top view. This arrow shows as a front view. Front view won't get the true length, but the top view will get the true length. That is very, very important. Sometimes we can say the top view as a elevation length. Okay. The front view we can say is the elevation length. Top view we can say is a plan length. Okay. Top view length we can say is a plan length or plan view. Top view also known as plan view. Front view always known as a elevation view. Okay, actually, in architecture, in building diagram, they can say as the civil engineers, they can use it to say that is a elevation view. This is our elevation view. Means that is not a front view. Okay, plan length is nothing but is a top view. Okay, so plan length is nothing but when you are looking the top, the terrace only you can see the plan length. Front view means you can see them your in front of the design, your front door and with windows and with the front wall. So here you need to show the difference. So you see here in the when object inclined to your horizontal plane, two length we are getting the front view. Okay, and top you are getting the shortest length. So here when object inclined to any object inclined to vertical plane, so we are getting here. It may be a line or it may be a solid or it may be any machine component. If you are looking the front view, we are getting the shortest distance, but the top view only we are getting is a true length. Okay. In fifth case, incline to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. So incline to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. So I think this is the second week. Okay, I can see the question. Okay. Yes. Okay. Only straight line inclined to any one plane. Yes. So we can discuss in the next week. So we can discuss next week so about the straight line inclined to both the reference planes, inclined to both the reference planes, both vertical and horizontal plane. Okay, we can see in the next class. Okay, so okay, I forgot to tell the plane. Okay, so here I tell you the plane. So the question, we need to draw the projection of point, projection of straight line, projection of point in all four quadrant, projection of line only first quadrant, okay, first angle projection method, projection of plane also only first angle projection method. So projection of plane and projection of line both inclined to E reference plane. We will discuss in the next class. So here you can just you can draw the pictorial view. So we can see the plane. Plane is nothing but so it's a negligible thickness. Okay, it's having the negligible thickness. It's having length and height. Okay, you can assume like that. So surface of the parallel. Suppose the plane parallel to your horizontal plane. Okay, and parallel to your horizontal plane and perpendicular to your vertical plane. Parallel to your horizontal plane, perpendicular to. So when we are looking the observer location, always right hand side. When you're looking here, so perpendicular to your vertical plane and parallel to your horizontal plane. Is it? Okay. So here next one, incline to any one of the plane. Suppose incline to the horizontal plane and parallel to your vertical plane. Okay, or parallel or perpendicular to your vertical plane. Another one, incline to your vertical plane and parallel to horizontal plane. Let me see one by one. So here you can see in the first one, parallel to your horizontal plane, perpendicular vertical plane. We'll look at the front view. We'll get the only one side. This edge only is visible. We can't see the another edge. Suppose here I can consider A, B, C, D. I'm getting only the AB length. I'm getting AB length, only the front view. Okay, when I'm looking the top view, I'll get the four edges. I'll get the four edges. A, B, C, D. I'll get the four edges. I hope you understand. Second one, when looking the front view, I can get A, B only. Similarly here with A, B with some inclination. A, B with some inclination. Okay, and when looking the top view, I won't get the same true shape. I'll get the shortest length of this rectangular. See here, I'm getting the not the same length. I'm getting the AB all the edges. I can see the AB, C, D all edges, but I can get smaller shape of the rectangular. Got it? So similarly, when inclined, so here when inclined to the vertical plane, so here I can look at the front view. Here I can get the shortest view. I can see the all edges. 1, 2, 3. Because it's inclined to the vertical plane. You can imagine. It's imaginary plane. Okay? Imagine with wall and ground, or imagine with vertical plane and horizontal plane. So you're getting the trace, shortest shape of the plane, rectangular plane. And looking top view, when looking the top view, for top view we are obtaining the same. Okay. This, sorry, here inclined to both the planes. Okay, this is perpendicular to any one of the plane, inclined to any one of the plane. So inclined to both the plane, inclined to both the plane, we are getting both the side, we are getting the shortest distance. So actually in orthographic projection, we are obtaining the true length only the top view. If we are obtaining the true length only the top view, length we are obtaining one side length we are getting as a front view. So like we can see, but you need to draw like this in orthographic projection. This is our imaginary. You need to draw like this. So front view. So see here A, B. So in front view, we are using A dash and B dash. A dash, B dash, sorry, A, suppose here A, B, C, D. So A dash, D dash is visible. B dash and D dash, C dash is not visible. Okay. So with bracket, you need to make it. When we're looking the top view, all this visible without dash. The notation is very, very important to understand the front view and top view. Similarly, here you can see. So with the inclination, okay, we are not getting the same true length. Okay, front view only, we are getting the true length. So inclined to both the plane, you can see we are getting like that. So three case, inclined to any one of the, sorry, perpendicular to any one of the plane, inclined to any one of the plane, inclined to both the planes, like three conditions. Okay. So I hope you understand the projections.